Hello, and in this video I'm going to describe a time when I helped someone. And I will say what the situation was, who I helped, how I helped, and how I felt after giving the help. I like to think I'm always ready to lend a hand to anyone, but I was struggling to think of a situation to talk about. But then I remembered a time when I was studying in high school and the teacher asked us to do a project in which we had to make a video about the architecture in our city. The problem was that we only had a limited time, so I delegated the task of filming videos on their smartphones of noteworthy or stunningly beautiful buildings to my group mates and then sending them to me. As soon as I got the video clips, I got to work putting together the video. I used Movie Maker and included some narration on the video as well as subtitles. When we submitted it, my teacher was impressed and commented that it looked like it had been made by a university student. She then asked if I could do her a favour and show her how to edit videos using Movie Maker. Naturally, I was happy to be able to share my skills, since we often learn from our teachers, but this time I was the teacher. Initially, it felt a bit weird that our roles had reversed and I was the teacher and she was the student. However, I quickly forgot all about it and started to enjoy it. It made me realise that I'm more patient and easygoing than I thought I was, and maybe I could become a teacher myself one day. Showing someone how to do something is unbelievably rewarding, and it gave me a real sense of satisfaction. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the language in this model answer. I always find these kinds of questions much more difficult because it's not like describe a book where you have lots of vocabulary connected with books such as plot, main characters, protagonist, author, etc. When you're describing a time you helped someone or any of these experience kind of questions, they're much more difficult because you don't quickly have the vocabulary coming into your head. But hopefully in this video you'll learn a few phrases that are useful for the helping people kind of topics. Like for example this phrase here, to lend a hand to. That means to help somebody. If you lend a hand to someone, you are helping them. Quite useful for other topics when you're struggling to think of a situation or struggling to think of something to talk about. Use the past continuous. I was struggling to think of what to say. Anything that is going back to school, back to your childhood, when I was studying in high school, and get some past continuous in there. Architecture, good word, difficult to pronounce. The buildings, architecture. A limited time, that means not very much time. To delegate the task of something means to give a job to somebody else to do. Noteworthy, remarkable, interesting, worthy of note. Stunningly beautiful can be used in other topics such as describing places, and it's much better than just saying very beautiful. Narration is the voice on a video, so like what I'm doing now is narration. And subtitles, these are the sentences that come up at the bottom of the video, either translated into another language or just subtitles in your own language to help you follow the video. When you submit something, you hand it in. So if you have an assignment or a piece of homework to do, when you give it to your teacher, you submit it. Impressed, if somebody's impressed, they're very pleased with it, they think it's good. It had been made. Very good passive grammar there. This is a useful expression, to do somebody a favour. And in English, if you want somebody to do something for you, you say, can you do me a favour? Naturally, good adverb to say, yes, I was happy to do this naturally. Initially, very useful word, can be used in task 1 processes, academic writing, and can be used in lots of different topics for writing and speaking. And it means first of all, or at first, but you can't use it in a task 2 as in a firstly. It's like the first point in the process, so initially this happens. Weird, strange. When roles reverse, it means that you swap places. So here I became the teacher and she was the student, so our roles had reversed. Patient, this is a very calm person who doesn't get annoyed easily, and it's a skill that lots of teachers need. Easygoing, this is quite relaxed. Again, you don't get upset easily. Unbelievably rewarding, this is another example of using a more complex word instead of really or very. And if something's rewarding, it's giving you some satisfaction, you feel good about it. And here another expression, a real sense of satisfaction. You feel pleased, you feel good, you feel happy with what you've done. So like I said before, these kind of topics are trickier because you don't have a group of words and phrases that you can use. But all of the phrases that are pointed out in this topic can be used for kind of the topics where you're describing helping somebody or somebody helping you. Thanks for watching.